Hello, my name is Abbie Drake, and I did my informative speech on a mission trip to Guatemala.
I'm Ian Josie.
Hello, I'm Dylan Boyd.
Blaine Carter.
I'm Sarah Nell.
I am David Story.
Imagine you're sitting in a seat around people you don't know. You're buckled in, and all of a sudden, you're pushed in your seat by a powerful force. Are you on a roller coaster? No, you're taking off on a plane to an amazing adventure. My love to play softball and my faith led me on an incredible journey to Guatemala. I've discovered that there is a lot more to a mission trip than I ever imagined. Today, I would like to share with you what goes into planning a mission trip, what I went to Guatemala for, the purpose of the mission, and my experience while I was there. The trip required a lot of preparation, but it was well worth it. It took about 3 full months to get everything in order for us to travel. We had to do a lot of fundraising so we could travel as a team. The fundraising covered plane tickets, hotel rooms, and transportation through the city. I sent out letters to my friends and family, and they all supported the trip by giving money so I could easily go to Guatemala. We had to be given immunization treatments as well because it was required when you're leaving the country. Passports were also required when you leave the country, so we had to make sure our passports were up to date. Guatemala is a Spanish-speaking country, and we were not fluent in Spanish. We were accompanied by a translator who bridged the communication gap and allowed us to understand as well as be understood by the people of Guatemala. I went to Guatemala with my travel softball team through an organization called Athletes in Action. Athletes in Action is an organization that uses sports as a platform to help people answer questions of faith and lead them to Jesus. Their goal is to see people's lives change as they discover God's purpose for their life. While we were there, Cristobal, our Athletes in Action leader, scheduled games for us to play the Guatemala national team throughout the week. We went thinking that they were not going to be very good, but we were wrong. They beat us every time we played. The women we played were not our age. They were 25 to 30 years old, and we were 16 at the time. Since we played them every day, we became friends with them, and it became easy for us to share the Word of God with them. We didn't travel to Guatemala just to play softball, but to share the Word of God with the people we came in contact with. The purpose of the mission was to share God's love through softball. 1 Peter 4:10 says, "Each one should use whatever gift he has received to serve others faithfully, administering God's grace in its various forms." God has given everybody a gift, and He gave me and my softball team the ability to play softball. By using our gifts to glorify God, our lives were also impacted and changed. My experience in Guatemala was unforgettable. On the second day, we got up and thought we were headed to the ball field, but our coach had something else planned for us. We went to a little village named Cruz Blanca. In the village, there was a tiny school with about 30 children, and we got to play with them all day long, down in a valley and in a huge field. Once we got to play with the children in Cruz Blanca, that's all we wanted to do. On the last day, we were not supposed to go back to the village, but our coach somehow made it happen. Our bus pulled up into the village, and the kids came running towards us. Some of the boys I played with on the first day remembered my name, and they yelled, "Abbie, Abbie, Abbie." I'm still not sure if they knew it was my name or not, because none of them spoke English, but it put the biggest smile on my face. When I look back at that day, all I can see are those little tan faces with huge smiles on their faces. Although we went on the trip to play softball and teach others, those little kids taught me so much more than I could ever teach them, and that was me thankful for what I have. The children had absolutely nothing, but they were happy as could be. In closing, the planning took longer than the trip itself, but it was well worth it. Going to Guatemala City was an incredible experience that not too many people get to be a part of. We as Christians are called to serve others and share the good news of Jesus. While doing something I love and telling others about my faith, this trip to Guatemala forever changed my life.